Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I had to make this video because it literally exploded and with no this is crazy, right? Let me just get into this, guys, because I cannot believe what just happened. So Lazy Marabak put this post on Twitter or X, and guess what happened? Well, as you can imagine, nothing good. So I know this is unpopular, but it will always be unattractive for a grown man to play video games. Some women might be understanding or pretending like they don't care that you spend hours playing, but they do. It is extremely unattractive to women and will never not be. Of course, this has exploded, especially because she follows up and says the following: I'm not saying this is to attack men, by the way. I'm just speaking objectively here. Now, as you can imagine, she was community noted very quickly, and it says the following: the statement that women find men unattractive for playing video games is entirely subjective, not objective. This user is not speaking objectively in any regard, because by judging someone's hobbies and saying, okay, so this is attractive, this is not attractive, you are literally using subjective judgment. But then of course she goes even deeper because the backlash is crazy. And then she says, oh, she starts defending, of course. She's saying, oh, sense of rationality and reason goes away when the topic of men playing video games is brought up. The men turn into raging irrational feminists over it. Needs to be studied. Okay, so now men who say you're wrong cannot say they're wrong, because if they say you're wrong, that means they're irrational feminists, because you basically attacked everyone saying that this is, by the way, guys, this is an objective opinion, okay? This is an objective fact. And then you say, well, if you deny it or get angry about it because she has an objective opinion, then you're in the wrong, you're irrational, you're an irrational feminist. But it doesn't stop there. No. It continues. So she continues with this. And she actually says the following. She even puts a screenshot as if this screenshot means anything. We took 74 hobbies listed and grouped them in categories. This section contains ratings from women only, right? And then, so who cares? Who cares? Like, literally, guys don't care about this. You know why they don't care? Because guys also have their hobbies. So same as women like to watch reality TV shows and like to chat about fashion, men think, well, talking about fashion for hours is basically pointless, because you're not being productive, you're not doing anything. What's the point of spending hours looking at fashion? It is a waste of time. But of course, women will tell you, no, that's not, you can't say that, you can't compare that, because they're two different things. Well, actually, they're not. But then it continues, because look at this. All right, it continues. Where we go here, we need to go down here a bit further. I think she put something else which was also pretty shocking. Let's see if we can find it, actually, because she's talked about that men are unproductive or something. Okay. Saying men, where is it? I think it was here somewhere. I'm pretty sure it was here somewhere. There was a reply. She said something about that, men are not productive if they play video games, basically. I'm pretty sure she put it here. I mean, it was there. It was literally there, right? It was just somewhere here. Somewhere here she put a comment. Maybe she deleted it effectively, potentially. But she said something about the lines that, yeah, well, pretty much, if you play video games, you're not being productive. So if you're not being productive, then yeah, you're not useful for the woman, because of course her problem is effectively that when men play video games for entertainment or as a hobby, that doesn't benefit her or the woman. So because of that, she thinks, well, that's unattractive, because he's not producing any worth for her, right? I mean, yeah, it's crazy. All right, and then goes here. Look at this. There it is, guys. Here it is. Okay, this is crazy. It makes sense, perfect sense from a biblical perspective, why gaming would not be attractive to females. And Any culture where it becomes attractive to females would be concerning for a simple reason. Masculinity is supposed to do stuff. There you go. That's the main problem. That's the main issue. If you're a man and you aren't spending your entire life endlessly producing for low-value women, it's considered unattractive. Anything that threatens free access to a man's labor is unattractive. Don't be a slave to this nonsense. I'm a woman and I don't speak for me and you don't speak for me, and I don't need this guy mansplaining on what's attractive for females either. Yeah, this is just rage bait, nothing new. No different to that girlfriend you used to have that kept thinking of stuff to annoy just so you get a rise out to get the rise out of you. No, used to have. Some women are just best to avoid. Don't even need to read this because I know the premise of it. Game developers have turned gaming into a billion-dollar industry precisely of how it exploits the male impetus to be doing something. The entire game progression models are built on men's desire to see their labor produce results. So keep trying. Oh, and the Bible isn't necessarily to illustrate any of this except for how the nature of possessiveness in certain degenerate women can result in extreme and unwieldy desire to control men. So you may want to spend some time with these scriptures to sort through this mental health issue that seems to be an obsession of yours. We don't play video games to be attractive to women, you muppet. We go to work, go to the gym to keep in shape, have a relationship with God and your family. If a man wants to spend 1 or 2 hours of free time they get at night to play some Mario, we don't care what women think. And that's the thing, like, this insane, right? So this post obviously exploded like crazy, and it just goes to show that this person is completely unaware of what they're literally saying. Like, wow, it's just crazy, man. It's never just video games. They have a problem with you having literally any hobby that you spend your time on. And the real reason they hate this is simple. They don't like you having that time that isn't dedicated to them, right? All I will say is that I've seen this, how quickly my fiance can move his fingers on a controller or a keyboard. Alright, I'll say it. There's nothing more unattractive than a girl insisting a dude change his hobbies to appease some artificial attractiveness scale. The mentality is so entitled coming from either gender, like, go change yourself for me. It's called having different interests. It makes friendships, relationships, cultures, everything more interesting, right? Having a good personality carries way more than looks and a hollow soul ever will. Man, it is insane, right? Wow. Just incredible how these people like can even post this kind of stuff. And even the worst part is that then they double down on this and they say that it's because men are effectively not productive when they play video games, so they have to be productive for the female counterpart for some reason, because basically otherwise they're unattractive. Like, this is just beyond madness, and this is the reason why more and more men are single in this day and age. Why would men want to get married when literally their girlfriend will literally tell them, you're not allowed to play games because, you know, you're unattractive? Well, go away, leave me alone, go find your perfect husband, because I'm not gonna stop my hobby just because you feel like that's unacceptable for your personal perception, right? It just makes common sense. But anyway, guys, it's just crazy that these people like even try to say this nonsense. I mean, look at the post. The post has, I believe, 9 million views, right? And only 5,000 likes. That tells you something, right? So just think about it. 10% will be 900,000 views, right? 10%. 1% will be 90,000 views. 1%, right? So this is not even 1% like. It's way, way below that. That tells you something, that people are not idiots. And people, when they see this, guess what? Yeah, I mean, this is perfect. Wah, 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 crying. Men should be my emotional dumpster and my entertainment and my utility provider. But how dare they have a hobby that doesn't revolve around any of that? And crying, crying, crying. That's their problem. Their problem is that they get annoyed because they think that, you know, they're entitled to receiving everything from men for free, and if a man does something that, you know, they believe that it's not for them, it's a problem, right? It's just crazy, man. Like beyond madness. I had to make this video because it's just insane. It's just saying, I know this is unpopular, but it will always be unattractive for a grown woman to dictate what a grown man does when the majority of women act so petty and entitled that they are arguably worse than high school kids. This is amazing. This is exactly what's happening right now. This is exactly what's happening literally right now. So anyway, guys, that's it for today's video on this one. Honestly, it's shocking, but at the same time, I am not surprised. And this is the reason why. This is the reason why people these days do not have relationships anymore as much, because you cannot go into a relationship with these people who have kind of like the Disney princess some sort of like mentality. I think it's called like Disney princess I think it's distortion or something, syndrome. I think it's called Disney princess syndrome, if I'm not mistaken, where they believe that they're the center of the world, and if you disagree with them or you believe that, you know, their beliefs are wrong, they automatically say, well, you're toxic, you're not attractive, you're a bad person because you don't cater for them or their ideals, right? Which is just crazy. But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. And yeah, I mean, insane. Okay, all right. And then women who defend them, what do they turn, right? I have had a hard time imagining you're happy at home with a husband yet worried about other men's hobbies. Is this a cry for help? Yeah, man, it's crazy. Or you need to turn inward and think about how retarded you sound. It's that simple. We don't stop you from watching your dramas. Our entertainment is interactive. That's not our fault that you just sit there. You don't want to join us on our terms, so pick a lane. Yeah. We just don't care about your opinions. They are another 1000 turnoffs according to Women Online, especially when every single person I know, including myself, is successful with women and also enjoys gaming. Why would I care when my reality invalidates your opinion? Makes a gross generalization about men who play video games, gets called out for making said gross generalization, be surprised when the comments don't go how you hope. I wonder why. Yes, it's a mystery, guys. This is the 21st century mystery. We have to solve this because this is a massive problem. We don't understand what's going on. This is freaking crazy. No, it's not. It's very basic and simple. If you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And that's exactly what has happened in this one. As always, guys, I shall see you later in the next one.